Casandra jolted awake, her heart racing like a trapped bird. The morning light filtered through the curtains, casting a warm glow that felt foreign in the dimly lit room. As her eyes adjusted, she realized she wasn't alone. A pair of legs, one clad in a mismatched sock and the other bare, dangled over the edge of her bed. Panic surged through her veins as she blinked, trying to piece together the night before. She remembered the party laughter, music, and the intoxicating rush of freedom that came with being a senior in college. She recalled the charming guy with tousled dark hair who had flirted with her across the crowded room, his smile a beacon that drew her in. They'd shared a few drinks, exchanged whispers, and then everything blurred into a haze of confetti and spinning lights. Now, she was staring at the stranger who had somehow ended up in her bed. Who was he? How had he gotten here? The memory of their playful banter sparked in her mind, but everything else was a fog. Casandra sat up slowly, trying to remain quiet as she surveyed the scene. The guy was sprawled out, mouth slightly open, a faint snore escaping his lips. With a deep breath, she decided to investigate. She slid out from under the bed, careful not to wake him, and crouched down to get a better look. His face was familiar, but she couldn't quite place it. Just as she was about to stand up and make her escape, he stirred, and her heart skipped a beat. "Hey," he mumbled, rubbing his eyes. "Are you Casandra?" She froze, caught between the instinct to flee and the urge to figure out what had happened. Yeah, and you are?" "Jake," he said, a sleepy grin spreading across his face. "I think I might have taken a wrong turn last night." Cassandra's cheeks flushed as the pieces began to click into place. "You were supposed to go to Sarah's room, right?" "Yeah," he chuckled, scratching the back of his head. "I guess I got a little lost after that last round of shots." They both laughed, the tension breaking as the absurdity of the situation settled in. But as Casandra stood up, brushing off her pajamas, she realized this was more than just a comical mishap. Jake had a spark in his eyes that made her pulse quicken, and the way he looked at her sent a thrill down her spine. "Want to grab breakfast?" he asked, his voice laced with a hint of mischief. "I promise I won't get lost this time." Casandra hesitated, glancing at the door that led to the outside world. She had a choice to make: slip back into the safety of her routine or take a leap into the unknown. With a smile that felt both daring and exhilarating, she replied, "I am in. But you're buying the pancakes." As they stepped out into the bright morning sun, Casandra realized that sometimes, the most unexpected detours could lead to the best adventures.